Today I'm going to be reviewing how to add fractions with like denominators. So first up, just a reminder, when you have fractions, you're going to see your fraction bar and your top number is called the numerator. The bottom number is the denominator. And so when we're talking about adding fractions, we are looking at, so if I look at this first example, I have 1/7 plus 3/7. And so I want to see how many total sevens do I have. And so my first thing I want to do is I want to check my denominators, and I can see that in this example, my denominators are the same. They're both 7. So I'm going to go ahead and put equals and my new fraction bar. My denominator stays the same, so it'll stay as 7. And then I'm going to add my numerators. So I'm going to have 1 plus 3, which gives me 4. And again, my denominator stays the same. And so I end up with 4/7. We always want to check to see if we can simplify our final answer. And so looking at this example, 4/7, their only common factor is 1. And so it's already in the simplified form. When I look at this next example, we're going to see where we can simplify this. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I put my equal sign, and I can see that my denominator is going to stay the same. And so I'm going to have 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my numerator. So I'm going to have 3 plus 1. And I'm again going to get 4 for my numerator. And my denominator is going to be 10. Now with this one, we can check to see if we can simplify it. It does have a common factor of 2, meaning that I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that and divide them both by 2. And my numerator ends up being a 2 and my denominator of 5. And so here I'm going to have 2/5. All right, I have 2 more examples up on my board. The next one, again, I'm going to do the same process. Add the numerators, keep the same denominator. So I have 4 plus 1 is 5. My denominator stays the same. Now notice with this fraction, the other examples we had what was called proper fractions, where the numerator was smaller than the denominator. We didn't have enough for a whole one. Now we have 5 out of 5. So 5 out of 5 means that we have a whole item. And so I can simplify this to 1. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, or we can think of it as it being a whole item. Now with my next example, again, I'm going to go through that same process, keep the denominator the same, add my numerators, and I get 12 out of 10. This one I can also simplify by dividing them both by 2, like I did in a previous example, and I get 6 out of 5. Now this one, notice that my numerator is larger than my denominator, meaning that I have more than 1. So I can switch this to a mixed number. So if I can set it up like this. 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. I subtract. Put your fraction bar next to your whole item. Remember, your denominator always stays the same, and your remainder is going to be your numerator. And so my simplified final answer for this one is going to be 1 1/5. And so whenever your numerator is bigger than your denominator, that means you have more than 1. So you want to see how many whole items you have, and then put your remainder as a fraction.